Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, just doing a little bit of a quick upload over here, talking about some really big games coming out for the PlayStation 5, some also huge trailers that I also want to go and showcase up in the background, just kind of talking about a few little random, various fun and nifty things that have happened all throughout today. So hopefully you guys are, hopefully gonna have a fantastic day. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got that Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow it. Of course, all the usual sell links, such as the Amazon links too. And let's talk about some pretty fun and pretty big banger gaming news of the day. So, very first and foremost, if you guys have missed it, we've been seeing a lot more big leaks and publications now from Software. Now, if you guys don't know From Software, it's basically the good old Elden Ring developers, but they've also made quite a few other various side games and other bigger games too as well, besides just Elden Ring. So, from very first and foremost, apparently one of their bigger games has actually been in development now since for the past year, and as well as actually maybe going to be coming sooner rather than later. So very first and foremost, we're seeing that From Software's next game has already been in development since early 2022. Now as well, if you guys missed it, there was a random announcement like 4 in the morning a few weeks ago where Elden Ring actually does have some pretty big stuff, DLC updates, or whatever you guys want to go and call it, coming in the very near future. Although Elden Ring was such a massive and also hugely successful game, that's going to probably be really hard for them to compete with it in the future. But one of the bigger things to go note is that, well, they might be on it. So basically, it's their next upcoming big game, which is probably going to be a PlayStation 5 game, etc., is now, well, coming soon. So according to Kenneth Chan's LinkedIn profile, From Software actually started a brand new, unannounced project as of February 2022. So in addition to Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, which I'm definitely excited for Elden Ring's DLC. I actually loved Elden Ring, probably one of my favorite games, but like a lot of hours into it, and Armored Core looked phenomenal for their trailer and everything else. This is also seems like From Software is also working on another side project that has not been yet announced since January 2022. The confirmation comes from Kenneth Chan's LinkedIn profile. Chan has actually held a senior role from within From Software for the past few years, so someone higher up in the first place. He is in fact producer and co-director as well of Armored Core 6, as well as also a project manager in Elden Ring, and then also a senior lead designer of Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Arendelle. So basically, you could tell he's been involved a lot, and that's usually one of these people that would get these types of jobs, where for them, they make this good stuff happen. So basically, in his LinkedIn profile over here, Chan also mentions as an unannounced From Software project launch in January 22, which he will cover the role of a producer. So if you guys look through the actual thing, you guys can see from February 2021, present 2 years, 2 months, lead game designer, project manager for Elden Ring, initially joined the team circa beta version as a one-man team, tasked with designing the player progression, overall balance of the player character. So he had a pretty important job as is. Trust with a full autonomy and manager scope and schedule. Responsible for post-launch updates in general, working both with the development team and marketing to create and maintain a viable roadmap and schedule, and responsible for overall management of the gameplay design team. So basically, he did everything. Now, that's some pretty big roles, I would say, but this has been a very intriguing one that people have noted. Producer. Unannounced project since January 2022 to now as well. Producer on an unannounced project. Now, this is even more intriguing too, because guys, don't forget, they are currently still working on Elden Ring. They're still working on the game itself. So it's not like it's going to be like some weird, probably not, but there most likely will not be a random side project with a different company or people or whatever. This is probably literally them still working with FromSoft, because why else would they still be employed and working on a very, important role on Elden Ring? They could also maybe sometimes start taking like the lead and do like a once a month kind of conference, and then maybe switch well for that fully after it's fully done. So as they said, there's no other big information as of right now, but people are also speculating quite a bit. It could be either maybe some people thinking Bloodborne 2. Could also be thinking more of like a proper Elden Ring, like maybe bigger DLC possibly. It might be for the next one. And as well, there's also like just a lot of other various ideas too that could be worked on in. So basically, it's worth mentioning that Hidaka Miyazaki recently stated that the success of Elden Ring hasn't also changed From Software's plans for future games. And as you guys know, if you guys have played Elden Ring, I'm extremely excited because that makes me pretty happy just in general. Now, we also have some pretty big other news too as well when it comes to just overall games. So number one, first and foremost, I'm just going to play this up in the background over here for you guys, maybe with audio muted. We have also now seen Star Wars Jedi Survivor with the official story trailer coming out. Now, I'm one of those folks out here where I'm excited for this game. I'm always been a fan of like their type of style. I'm not looking to be the most, like it's not gonna be like the best game I've ever played, obviously most likely not. I'm gonna make sure we also have like good settings, because on 480p, we gotta make it look nice and crispy for y'all. But I'm excited for this game. So we actually saw the official story trailer out here and such, which would probably be honestly better if I couldn't have to worry about DMCA and all that for my videos. But as you guys can see, game's been looking good. Graphics look pretty good, and I'm actually quite excited for this to be played. I think it is coming out pretty soon at TM, and we actually have a pretty good gaming list these next few months of, well, proper games to play and hang out and do and chill, which I'm very excited for. We also saw a lot of other various big games coming out. Just a lot. We saw a lot of trailers. We saw a lot of folks going on in general. We haven't really seen too much of the overall general gaming news though, but I will be one of those folks. I will gladly go take game trailers and have a chance to go look at these pretty colors. Now, I will go and say this game does kind of give me a little bit generic vibes, but I think generic right now is good. I've seen quite a few games that are trying to be a little bit too ambitious, such as Suicide Squad, and a lot of folks can kind of go and tell if it's just not meant to be, it's just not meant to be. This game kind of gives you some like almost the Sony vibes a little bit, where they're kind of focused more on just making sure they stand to their roots, you know, have like a normal gameplay based on how they were for the previous games. Nothing too groundbreaking or trying to be too insane. And I think sometimes that's okay. Like, I think I'm personally okay if a game that's not like going to be a 10 out of 10, but it's going to be a good solid, at least a 7.58. You give me that, and I'd be happy. I'm cool with that. So as you guys can see, it'll be coming out here on April 28th, 2023. So a lot sooner rather than later. We've also been seeing a lot of other various games too, such as like Lunar Abyss that actually had some pretty cool trailers coming out over here. There's just a lot of little weird mini indie games that came out, which has kind of been nice because, like I said, the gaming news has been very dry these past few weeks. Besides today with a lot more of the drama, such as the FaZe Clan or Twitch drama, which I made videos on earlier on today if you guys are bored and want to check those on out. But it kind of just goes to show that just it hasn't really been too much in gaming news. Like, we haven't seen much big changes or updates or actual things really making videos for, which is also why my video uploads have been a little bit more on the chiller side, which has been nice because I've still been trying to work around the setup, which we've been working on in the background ourselves. So very nice to see. But we've been seeing some more horror games coming out. We saw some good Konami news as well, as I've mentioned, where Konami does seem like they keep on hinting on trying to bring back more of their old IPs, such as after the Silent Hill has done so well. And on top of this too, we actually do have some good reviews, as we mentioned in prior videos, of like the brand new Resident Evil remake having very good review scores and very good vibes. And on top of that too, we've also seen a lot of other various games coming out, such as some games being updated to Unreal Engine 5, and some other games such as, well, like Witcher, are overdue, and they're actually getting some pretty nice updates too as well. We also saw a bit of intriguing news too when it came from Cyberpunk's brand new multiplayer gamer, CD Projekt Red, which actually also might be actually restarting as of right now too as well. Like, we've just been seeing so many of these random games, random game trailers, everything else coming out, and well, I think it's been cool. I like the idea that we're seeing indie. I like the idea that we're seeing stuff being made, but I really wish we had some kind of bigger news, and we're kind of in this awkward limbo right now waiting for some stuff. So like I said, hope you guys don't mind that on the uploads. But as we've gone through all the trailers, all the stuff, I'm excited to go see some brand new PlayStation 5 games coming. I'm excited to go and see what From Software is working on in the future, and as well, we also saw the news in the prior days of Spider-Man and even Final Fantasy 16 working on new tech. So I just feel like we're just in this awkward little gaming limbo. We're just waiting for something next to pop and something cool to go and talk about. That's hopefully not going to be on the drama topics, unless you guys like when I talk about drama on the channel. But a little bit of a quicker video, a little bit of a ramble at the end too as well. So if you guys don't mind, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got that Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys would like to go and follow. Plus, have all the Amazon links too for you guys to check out the consoles, pick them on up. And as well, let me know if you guys are excited for any of the upcoming big PlayStation games on the works, and we'll hopefully have some better news to go cover all of it tomorrow. So thank you guys all so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.